All right, hi guys. This is our last lesson on money, and we're going to be talking about doing coins and bills together. So this isn't terribly hard if you got yesterday's lesson about how to count coins that were mixed. So let's get a start. So here's our first picture, and this shows us we have some bills over here, which they're pretty easy to tell how much they are because it says it in the corner, and then here's our coins. So first off, we're going to count the bills because the bills would be the biggest amount. So we have a $5 bill and two $1 bills. This is pretty easy. You're just going to count $5, $6, $7. And we already can tell that this is $7. Okay? Now, when we go over to the coins, it's just like yesterday. You start with your biggest amount of coin. This is a quarter, so we know it's 25. We're going to count another quarter, which makes it 50. We're going to go down here to the dime, which is another 10. So we're going to go from 50 to 60. And then we have one more that's going to be 61. So we have 61 cents. So once we get that, we can already tell we have $7 and we have 61 cents. So we write that as 761, just like that. So our next amount, we have some bigger bill over there, but it's the same. We still are just going to add them up. So we have a 20, a 5, and a 1. So 20 plus 5 is 25. 25 plus 1 is 26. And so right now we have $26. Then we're going to hop over here to our coins. We're going to start with our quarter that has 25 cents. Then we're going to go to the dime, which is worth 10. So 25 plus 10 is 35. And then we have a nickel down here at the bottom, which is worth 5. So that's going to make it 40. So the amount that we have is $26.40. So not too hard so far. The counting the bills is not very hard. You're just adding just like a normal old addition. So here's our next group. So now we have some bigger numbers again, 20 and 10, but 20 plus 10 we know is just $30. And we're going to hop over here to our coins. We have 25 because it's a quarter. We have another quarter, which will make it 50. We have another quarter, which is going to make that 75. And then we have a nickel. So the nickel is going to be adding how much more? 5. So 75 plus 5 would be 80. And then you have 1 penny, which is going to make it 81. So that gives us a total of $30.81. For our next problem, or similar thing, 20 plus 10 is 30, 31, 32, $32. And then we're going to do our coins. 25, 50, 75. Now we're going to go to a dime, so 75 plus 10 would be 85. 85 plus 10 would be 95. And then 1 penny, which would make it 96, making our total $32.96. You notice that we're not writing just cents out anymore because we don't want to have 3,296 cents written out. That would be a little bit crazy. So $32.96. So now we have a word problem, and it's essentially the same. You're just going to have to think in your head what that looks like. It says Dominic has one $1 bill, so if it helps you, you can draw a little $1 bill. He has 6 dimes. It's really hard for me to draw on here, so instead of drawing dimes, I'm just going to write a D for dime. So 6 dimes, 4, 5, 6 dimes, and he has 5 pennies. So I'm just going to write a P for pennies. 3, 4, 5. So that's not too bad, right? So we know we have a dollar bill, which would make it $1. We know we have 6 dimes, so that would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 cents. I'm just going to put a little period there to remind me it's cents and not $60. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pennies. So if we write that out, right now we know we have $1, we have 60 cents in dimes, and we have 5 cents in pennies. So our cents added together, 60 cents plus 5 cents, is going to end up making this 65 cents. And we know we have $1 to go with it. So Dominic has $1.65. And we're going to leave that there because we are going to need that later on when we get to the last question. So now we have another friend. We have Jocelyn, and Jocelyn has a $1 bill. She has 5 quarters. I'm just going to use Q for quarters. They're kind of hard to write on here, so bear with my writing. 5 quarters, and we have 4 dimes. 2, 3, 4, and we have 6 nickels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have 4 pennies. That's going to squeeze over here in the corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know we've got our $1 here. Now we have quarters. So what's the first thing we know about quarters? We know if we have 4, it makes $1. Well, looky there. There's a set of 4. So how much quarters do we have? Well, we have $1. And then we have 1 left, so we have $1.25. We're going to go to dimes. We count by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40. 40 cents in dimes. Nickels, we're going to count by 5s. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 cents. And then pennies, we have 4, so we know we have 4 cents. Okay, so now we have 2 $1 over here. So right now, if we just add these 2 that we know are just whole dollars, we've got 2. Then we're going to have to start counting. So we have 25 plus 40. Now we could just add that, just like this if we want to. And we would have 65. So now after the dimes, you have 65 cents. Now if 65 plus 30, you can do it in your head if you want, or you can add 65 cents and 30 cents, which will equal 95 cents, plus 4 more cents is 99. So you had $2 and you have 99 cents. Almost 3, but not quite. So $2.99 for Jocelyn there. Let me do a quick erase so we can have room for the next problem. This part too, whatever works best for you. If you don't need to draw out all those letters, if you can just say, oh, I know 4 dimes is 40 cents, you don't have to write all that out. It's better if you can do it in your head. Okay, so now we have Landon. He has 6 quarters, 2 dimes, 4 nickels, 3 pennies. We're going to do a quick drawing of 6 quarters, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 2 dimes, dime and dime. We have 4 nickels, and we have 3 pennies. So, first of all, we know 4 quarters makes $1. So let's just go ahead and write that in there, $1. 2 quarters makes 50 cents. So we've still got that decimal point that shows us 50 cents. We know 2 dimes is counting by tens, makes 20 cents. We know 4 nickels is also going to make 20 cents because 5, 10, 15, 20. And we know 3 pennies is 3 cents. Now you just have to put all that together. So 50, and if you want to just go back and count up like we did yesterday, you can. Or you can add 50 plus 20, which equals 70. So those two together equal 70 cents. Now 70 and 20 are going to equal 90 cents because 7 plus 2 is 9. And then if you add the 3, you're going to get 93. So we have our dollar up here. We can't forget about that. So we have $1.93. Once again, however works best for you to count it is the way you should do it. If you don't want to draw all those little things out and you can count that stuff up in your head, you can do that. That's a perfectly acceptable way to do it. Isaiah has 3 $1 bills, 1 dime, 5 nickels, and 6 pennies. So let's do this. I'm not going to write the $1 bills this time. I'm just going to say we know 3 $1 bills is $3, and we don't need to draw all that craziness. We have a dime. We have 5 nickels. And we have 6 pennies. And I'm just going to write the 6 pennies as 6 cents. So now we have a combination. So we have $3. We know a dime is 10 cents. So 10. Now and then we can count by fives. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So with dimes and nickels, we have 35 cents. That's them together. And then 35 plus 6. So 35 plus 6 would end up giving us 41. So we end up with $3 from our $1 bills and 41 cents from our change. And there's that one. And so as I'm erasing it, you just remember that it's just addition. It's just addition of coins. All right, let's try this one without writing them at all. So we have $2, 2 $1 bills. So here's our 2 $1 bills. And when you write $2 out, you just write it out like this. We have 9 dimes, and we know dimes are worth 10 cents. So we're going to write out 90 cents for dimes. So you notice when we're adding, stacking these up to add, we have to have our decimal points lined up. So next we have 1 nickel. 1 nickel is worth 5 cents. So we write 5 cents with a 0 in front. And then we have 9 pennies, which is worth 9 cents. Okay, so now we have all of our amounts together. We can just add. As long as these decimals are in a line, you can add it. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 9 is 14. We're going to carry our 1. 1 plus 0 is 0. Plus 9 is 10. And we have all zeros here. You're going to put your decimal point right there in the line. And then 1 plus 2 is 3. And now we see that we have $3 and 4 cents. And that's just plain old adding without having to draw the pictures. Is Mrs. Wolf telling you that you cannot draw the pictures? Absolutely not. If you want to draw the pictures out, you just go for it. So here is our last question. It says, who has the least amount of money? Dominic, Jocelyn, Emily, Landon, or Isaiah? So the least amount would mean the smallest amount. So the first thing you're going to do is just like any number, you're going to look at the first number. So our smallest number that's in the dollars place is a 1. So 2 and 3 can't be the least. So we're only looking at a 165 and 193. Well, we know that if we look at the rest of the number, 65 cents is less than 93 cents. So we know that Dominic has the least amount. Dominic right there. So that's a way you can solve word problems that are having to do with money. And then you can tell least and greatest and all that good stuff. So we've got one quick lesson, little lesson still. So on this one, I'm going to have to go out and I'm going to change the view so I can show you how to drag the coins. This is actually going to be in your Friday math. So you will be able to do that where you get to drag the coins. So it's asking for 75 cents, and we want to make that with the fewest amount of coins possible. Well, we know 25 is the biggest, so you should always start with it. So we have 25, 50, 75. Well, and then of course we stop because we only need 3/4, right? We just made it, 25, 50, 75. That's the least amount of coins you can make it with. Next we have 16. So we can't start with 1/4 because 25 is already more than 16. So we can't do that. So the next biggest one is a dime. So a dime is worth 10. So we have 10 Can we add another dime? No, we sure can't, because if we add another dime, we're going to have 20, and that's going to be too much. So now let's look, can we add a nickel? 10 plus 5 would be 15. So we still haven't gotten there. So a dime and a nickel would make 15. And then to make this 16, we would need a penny. We can't add another nickel or it'd go over. On our last one down here, I appear to not have as many quarters, so I'm going to steal some from up there. But we are going to start with the 25, because 25 is less than 61, so we can use a quarter. 25. Can we use another quarter? 25 plus 25 would be 50, so we can. It hasn't gone over yet. And then we can look and see, because now we can't go another one or we're going to get 75. So we're going to go over to a dime and we're going to say 61 or 50, and then add 10 more would be 60. So we can't use another dime. We would go over 61. We can't use the nickel because that would take us to 65. So we just need a penny. And now we have made 61 cents in the smallest combinations that we can. So 25, 50, 60, 61. So you will be doing a little bit of this Friday in your math assignment. Today's math assignment will have doing coins and bills counting, and it will have a word problem very similar to the one that we just did. Good luck, you guys. Have a good time counting up your money, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.